Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear. Everybody go to Little Caesars. We've got to do everything. The big week. We need a big week this week, everyone. Code L, 15 off 20, 15% off any $20 or more purchase. Code LCFREECC, free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. All right, now with Jason Shear, I am Mike Luke. Hello, Jason Shear.
Hello, Mike Luke.
All right, we got a lot to get to. We're going to talk, first of all, has the Noah Fifita stuff been, has it been announced?
Yeah.
All right, fill us in. Noah had a good week.
Fifita, Big 12 Player of the Week, Offensive Player of the Week.
And, I was going to lead with Noah, but since they beat me to the punch, I'm going to say this. And again, everybody falls into this trap. I've fallen into it. You've fallen into it. Everybody's fallen into it. Generally, the backup quarterback is the backup quarterback for a reason. And this isn't a put down to Braden Lockie, or however it's pronounced. But at the end of the day, Noah Fifita is a better quarterback, and he is a clearly better quarterback. And I think we saw that in very limited time against Oklahoma State here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying this since camp. I've watched Wisconsin last year a bit. Braden Lockie is a very solid backup quarterback. As a backup quarterback, I have no issue with him whatsoever. If you need to put him into the game to that's not true, by the way, Mike. I know you're looking.
Oh, I was like, yeah. I think he's going to leave after the season, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's not. He's not the guy. He's just not the guy for multiple games. It's just that's not good. But Noah's weird to me because we're very critical of him, and then you look at the numbers.
Mm-hmm. He's had a good season statistically, and he's probably going to finish. We talked about it before the year. He's probably going to finish with 30-something touchdowns, 6 or 7 picks. He's going to statistically have a very good season, at the end of the day.
He's got 13 touchdowns to 3 picks.
Right. Now I will say this. Nick Howard is correct. That pick 6 wasn't his fault, but there were 2 other passes that he threw that absolutely should have been intercepted.
I mean, the one that was caught by Gio, that wasn't
that was an awful throw because the guy was going to pick it, and then there was another one as well that you're like, all right. Either way, he's a very solid backup quarterback. At the end of the day, though, Noah Fifita is clearly a better quarterback. That's all I'm going to say on this. By the way, good work on Noah. I don't think that a lot of people understand also kind of what I don't want to say crap. I don't want to say crap because most people know how good, Noah's a good player. But man, he definitely takes the brunt of a lot of criticism.
Look, I get it, right? Quarterbacks take
You're a quarterback. I get it.
He's not perfect. There's no quarterback in the country that's perfect. We're watching a guy that is playing well, and we're like, oh, but what about this throw he missed? And what about that throw he missed? It's like, look, if that's your expectation, Noah's probably not that guy. But I'm not sure who that guy is.
Right. Now, real quick, Joseph in the comments, the Noah crash out makes no sense. You're right on that, but guess what also makes no sense? You continuously lying about your taking a real time at Copal. A lot of people were mentioning that on the post-game show, Joseph. We're on to you. So Noah's like I said, Noah's a solid quarterback. I'm also going to say this at the end of the day. Noah's a better quarterback than Arch Manning.
Dude.
He is. He is.
Yeah, I texted you and I go, you know who sucks?
Dude.
Arch Manning.
And you know what's funny?
Manning is far away from being far away.
Good.
From what people think.
You know what's funny? And a Colorado fan messaged me about this. We'll get back to Arizona here in just a second. And I had to give him credit. He's like, you guys were always talking about Shedeur and nepotism. I never said nepotism at the college level. I said that at the next level. But Shedeur is a million times better quarterback than Arch Manning is, period. He just
absolutely. Yeah,
it's not even close. Arch Manning stinks. But either way, Noah is like I said, Noah's been a good quarterback. All right, now let's talk about it. The other thing too that I like about this, what Arizona did against Oklahoma State, is that Nick Howard, I'm not taking your bait. He has been inaccurate at times. His receivers have also dropped a lot of passes. We're going to talk about the receivers in a second, but overall, I think he's been more than okay. And Nick, you're smarter than me. I'm just saying I disagree with you. Still love you, my friend. Okay, now. Let's talk about this. The Arizona last year, if it was a bad team, Arizona still wasn't beating the crap out of them. They just weren't. You said, now granted, Oklahoma State is next level bad. I mean, they got a quarterback that doesn't even know how his last name's pronounced to begin with, so that's never a good.
And Mike, I don't know if you know this. I'm sure you don't. They broke him. He's hurt.
Oh, I mean, that goes without saying.
And he meant it's an upper body injury, and it doesn't sound great.
We're going to talk about Iowa State here in a second. Iowa State fans, they learned the hard way about what happens when you play Arizona.
What is it? People think we're joking. We're not joking.
This isn't a joke. Back the A. Ray said, it was funny. Back the A. Ray, the great Back the A. Ray messages me, and he goes, he said, I thought it was kind of a joke at first, but crap, he said it's true. And I was like, yeah, it's true. We don't lie on this show. Okay. But Arizona, though, Oklahoma State was a bad team. Arizona didn't even play really that well, and they still beat the snot out of them. That is clear improvement from last year. Last year's Arizona team would have won like 21-10 or something like that, and we would have been wondering what we just watched. It's clearly a better team.
I'm not ready to say that Arizona's like a good football team, right? No. But I will say good teams can play bad and still win. Bad teams cannot do it. They can't do it. Right. And Arizona showed that last year that when it played poorly, it got killed.
Oh, by the way, the great Harry Lex in here. Harry Lex bought me, Raquel, and Raquel's friend 3 waters. Very, very much appreciate Harry Lex. Harry Lex is a big guy, by the way, not somebody to mess with. What do you mean we're not good? No, I said we're not. I think Arizona feels like a 6 or 7 win team. Now, you could say, well, that's because they're in the Big 12. I don't care. All I cared about before the season was getting into a bowl game, and I feel very good. We had a couple people in the comments saying that Arizona wouldn't win another game the rest of the year. If Arizona doesn't win another game the rest of the year, then we're really, really in trouble then, because there's some crap teams that they can beat.
I said this: if Arizona doesn't win another game the rest of the year, I don't see how you bring Brennan back.
And especially too with the fan support. Let's talk about the fan support just here for a second. What did they announce? 55,000?
40 again, and everyone started laughing.
40. Okay, more like 40 people. What do you because that was embarrassing. I mean, we joke about it. We joke about the home field advantage that is Arizona Stadium. That was embarrassing. I don't know. What are your thoughts? You talked me out of going to the game, by the way.
Well, I called you up. I go, there's no one here. Yeah. I talked you out. I think I said, why are you going? And you're like, you don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, that is exactly what I said. Yeah, I got a TV here.
Look, I think at the end of the day, Mike, it's a 12 o'clock game against a bad opponent, a very bad opponent. I'm almost willing to excuse it a little bit.
Okay. More fans were at the Red Blue game.
Right. I'm willing to excuse it a little bit. If that happened in any way, shape, or form against BYU, I will not excuse it whatsoever.
And you had to delete tweets because people thought what you were insinuating.
Yeah, I wasn't insinuating fire Brent Brennan after he started 4-0. I think that the issue is, and I don't know if this is unique to Arizona fans, but like yesterday I was on Twitter and people are like, oh, the upper decks are $900. And I'm like, dude, there's a seat by the scoreboard right here I'm looking at for $50.
Yeah.
Like like we don't have to make excuses to not go to games. Just say you don't want to go to games.
Right. Yeah. I didn't make an excuse. I just didn't go. You told me, hey, you're like, hey, Mike, why are you going to this? And I'm like, oh, you don't got to tell me. Oh, I'll watch this one at home. Plus, you said the sun was facing the sun was in your face. It was hot. I'm not cut out for any of that stuff. So
don't make excuses. But at the same time, I think times have changed. Like, if you this is not an Arizona issue, this is a college athletics issue. But if you want your team to be good, you got to find a way to support them, and that means going to games. And if the prices are a little bit more money for some type of games, hey, I get it. Not everyone can afford it, but at the same time, this is what's going to make divide college football.
Yeah,
it's going to be the haves and the have-nots, and it's up to you. And I know this sounds crappy again. Like I sympathize. I don't want to spend $900, but you got to find ways to, and there's a flash sale for games, and there will be it's Parents Weekend this weekend. The BYU.
If nobody shows up to Parents Weekend, then we got a real problem here.
Yeah, and it's BYU. It's an undefeated team, right? Like they're here. Right. Arizona's only a 2.5-point underdog in Vegas. Like I just don't want to hear it after a while, you know.
Yeah, okay, now let's get a couple reads in here. And now Joseph trying to change the subject. That this is now the second time he said that he would get us a real time from Copal, and he hasn't. So either way, Eris, Land the man, the freaking plan, Lan Allen. I saw Lan Allen at the Red Blue game. And you know what? I should have asked him the question that everybody wanted to know, but we haven't asked yet, Sheer. I didn't do it. Lan, in person. Is this your sister? Be honest. I can look into the eyes and see your soul. Is this your sister right here? I did not ask him that. I froze up. I didn't do it. My fault. Either way, though, the one thing that we don't have to question is the championship package. 1997. Listen, I'm going to be having this insertion at some point here in the near future. We're going to live stream it. Do you think we can get over 100 people to watch it live?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Daily urgent care, Monday through Friday. Dental implants at affordable rates. Again, you don't have to go to Burundi. You don't have to go to Waco, or you don't have to go to Tempe or something like that. You don't have to go to any of those backwater areas to get that, Waco. I like our Baylor fans. No offense to Waco, but that city does kind of suck. But either way, land the man with the freaking master plan. Downtown dental implants and urgent care. Check it out. Boom. All right, you'll thank me later. Okay, lots of Novocaine, baby. All right, now what else we got? Jesse's Tattoo Shop. All right. Very, very excited about this new partnership. First of all, you go to a lot of tattoo shops and they're kind of these hole-in-the-wall things, like I said, where the light's flickering and you got some people outside that you really don't know what they're doing and you're like, I got to get out of here. That's not at all what it is at Jesse's Tattoo Shop. You go in there, this place is massive. It's got to easily be the biggest tattoo shop in the city. And again, you have a lot of professionals working there, including Jesse himself. You look at it, they've got a massive following. It's a sober shop. It's very, very professional as well. I've got to keep reiterating that. They do piercings, they do tattoos. You go in there and it's going to get it done right. Wear a tattoo that speaks your story. And Jesse is the man. Jesse's one of those guys you come up to and you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything to offend you. And then you talk to him and he's like, man, this is like the nicest guy in the world. Jesse's the man. Everybody in there, the lady at the front was great as well. It was very, very, very welcoming environment as well. Check it out. Again, Golf Links in Pantano at the Sober Shop. Call 520-358-2881. Like I said, Jesse's the man. Had a great conversation with him and very much appreciate this partnership.
You know what I like that he says he's a sober shop? I'm not going to name the place, but I walked into a tattoo place years ago because I was thinking of getting a tattoo.
Right.
And they were sitting around tattooing and they were all drunk.
Like
they had fingers in their hand or whatever. And I'm like, nope. Why would I let you put a needle on my body?
Right. Yeah, no. And again, you walked in there and everything was just super, super professional. It was absolutely great. Very much.
I'm going to go check it out.
Yeah. And you got a lot of tattoos. Sure. We got to get you another one in there. So again, check it out. Jesse's Tattoo Shop. All right. Now, what else we got? 88 Crime. 88 Crime. Now you might see somebody. Kobe L. Field keeps telling me, and I made a mistake. I don't want to tweet. Didn't want to tweet his full name out there or whatever. Like people don't know who he is by this point, so I won't do that. But Kobe L. Field is worried that people are going to be onto him, that are going to find out who he is. There's no reason to. We're not calling 88 Crime on Kobe L. Field. We are calling 88 Crime, though, on people that are not doing good things. And again, if you don't want to, like, if you see somebody that's doing something bad like Rage, and you're like, you know what? I don't want Rage after me. I don't want Rage knowing what I do in life. Call 88 Crime, 882-7463. Pima County Attorney's Office. They've solved thousands of cases. They can solve it as well. If Rage does anything to you, go ahead and call 88 Crime and just you don't get your hands dirty or your mitts dirty.
I like what Cody just texted us. You're walking down the dark street. Mark Sanchez is across from you. Get on that phone ASAP.
Yes, exactly. By the way, who was it? Was it Grant that said, did we break Mark Sanchez?
I'd assume we did. I mean, I'll find the ties, but yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it is. All right. So either way, all right. Now, so either way, yes, please let Rage. Don't call it on Rage. All right. No, don't get into politics here, everybody. Don't get into politics, please. Okay. So there is that. Felony charges. Mark Sanchez is an idiot. I never.
Yeah, they added charges this morning, dude.
Good. Did you see what he did to the guy?
A poor guy.
Dude, the guy's like, I like the headline. It says Mark Sanchez is stabbed because the dude tries to break into someone else's car and gets stabbed.
Those pictures when I saw it yesterday, because it made it seem like it was a little fight. They fought it.
He needs to do real jail time for that. That's not something you walk. That's not something you walk around. I know Vegas. I know. I understand. I just don't want to get into that. Please, this is a sports zone. That's all I'm going to say. Please. Appreciate you very much.
He's talking about he's clear. Human rights means everyone has the right to not get broken by Arizona.
Yeah. Let's talk about that here, those human rights. Now, one thing, let's talk real quick about Iowa State. I had so many Iowa State fans telling me, they're like, oh, this aged well after they beat us like 500-0. And I said, no, dummy. Look at what I said. I said, win, lose, or draw after this game, you will never be the same. They were not the same. Oh, okay, I got you, Vegas. That's funny. After the game, Iowa State did not look the same. They lost players. They dropped like flies, all of that. Sheer, it is what it is at this point. It is what it is.
People think we're kidding. We're serious.
We're not kidding.
This is a real, legitimate thing. Oklahoma State, look, they're pre-broken. I get it. I guarantee you that they don't recover.
Well, right. And the thing is, they were already basically on the resuscitation pad. They got rid of that defibrillator and they said, this thing's gone at this point, man. I don't know what else to say. So that's kind of where it's at. Wow, we just picked up like 30 live people immediately. Okay. Now, coming to BYU then, we're going to talk about them throughout the week. BYU won't be the same either way, no matter what happens, win, lose, or draw. By the way, what is the spread in that game?
What?
The Arizona BYU game.
2.5 BYU.
Arizona's got a very real chance in that game. You called it too.
I'm sick. People were asking me, "Hey, Sheer, you gonna change your pick?" No, I never change my pick.
Yeah, no, you delete tweets, but you don't change picks.
Yeah.
Yes. So there is that. That is fun. I was very disappointed in you doing that.
It's because people didn't understand, and then I didn't want other people to see it and be like, "Sheer, why?"
Tell everyone what you did because Reed was all over you about it.
Reed was like all over me in general. So I
one white style
about Dave Aranda and how the fact that there were less people at that game than Arizona's game.
No way.
Seriously. There were.
No way.
Guarantee it. There were. It's crazy.
No way.
And I said that's usually the first time you have to fire a coach, or you're going to fire a coach. And people flipped on me because Arizona's attendance was bad and said, "Great, you have to fire." But you're saying you got to fire Brent Brennan, and I said, "No, there's a difference. Number one, Brent Brennan's only in his second year. Aranda's been at Baylor for what, like 80 years already?
Aranda's been there 4 years, and he's got a top 10 finish and a top 25 finish as well.
Right. Okay. Baylor is a football school. Like you're in Texas. They are, Mike. They've won at basketball, but they're in Texas and all that. Right. They have they had less people than Arizona.
Somebody find this out. I got to get me a picture of Baylor and get me a picture of Arizona. We got to find that out.
I'll show you the picture right now.
Well, it wasn't worse than that picture you took and sent to me.
Yes, it was, dude. The video was way worse.
The issue is all you had to say instead of deleting it was that you just meant that they were booing them.
Yeah, well, either way.
The 10 people that were there were booing them.
Right.
Did this guy that went after me last night delete his Twitter account?
Who are you talking about? Who went after you?
2023 Zona guy that I was arguing about attendance.
Oh, I didn't see. No, did he delete his account?
Dude, he deleted. You make fun of me deleting tweets,
right?
He deleted his whole account, Mike.
Did you break him?
Who deletes their whole account?
That got one guy that said he was going to beat the crap out of you after a pressure.
And he's like, "I'm going to come beat you up," and I was like, "I'm in the first row, seat 8." Yeah,
I'm right here, buddy. And then he started.
Cody, if I find a video, can you put it up?
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, that's great. Okay. I want to get back to Arizona's defense here for a second, though, because we are a football school. The one thing, did you see that Arizona's got like the 4th best yards per carry rush defense in the entire country this year?
Yeah.
I almost swore. It's crazy. Like, I mean, it really is. It's an impressive unit. Now, the Iowa State game, a lot of people are like, well, what happened against Iowa State? If you look at it, they still only rushed for 65 yards. The offense was putting them in terrible situations pretty much the whole game.
That game is weird. That's one of those games where I don't think the final score was indicative of how close that game was. Arizona.
Yeah, it was worse.
Arizona.
Come on, dude. No, don't give me that. Don't give me any of that crap. You even called me and you said, swearing's allowed, but I don't like to swear. I swear a lot off air, but I don't swear on air. Yeah, but I mean, sure. You even messaged me and you said, you go, what were we talking about again? The Iowa State game. You said, Mike, this game is over. We do belong on the same planet as them, and that was in the first quarter.
We belong on the same planet as them.
But you said that this is a massive mismatch.
Yeah, I thought there was but I think overall, when you look at it, like Arizona still held Iowa State to 3 yards a run.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
eventually, like I was talking about this with Shelby on the Wildcats Scoop podcast. Are we at the point where like Arizona's defense is not getting as much respect as it should?
It should.
And then I realized the schedule and all that stuff. But Arizona is the only team, literally the only team in all of FBS college football to not allow a passing touchdown.
That is impressive.
That's insane.
Yeah, that is really impressive. I mean, it is what it is. That's bad. All right, that's even worse than it. All right, we're watching video of Baylor's. Holy,
that's crazy.
That's awful.
Because they still have a history, and like you said, it's still top 25. That's when you know, like, Aranda has to go. Because he can't get back. Brennan can gain support. I know it sounds silly, but he can. It almost pays off to start poorly. But Aranda started off well and went downhill. They're done. He's done.
David Rosen says we shouldn't be laughing, Mike. Just saying why. It's funny. Just because, I mean, we can laugh. We can say whatever we want. We're having a good time. But no, Danny Gonzalez has done an amazing job with this team, or with this defense, though. Because like I said, when you look at this, outside of Genesis Smith, we're going to make fun of Bill Belichick and Kobe Thiel. But let me ask you this. Do you think that with outside of Genesis Smith, I don't know that there's any guy on this defense that I look at and says, yeah, that guy will play in the MNFL.
I don't think so. I mean, is the only guy where I look at it and go, yeah, NFL.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only guy I can really think of at this point. So, I mean,
there's one guy that hasn't played that much, but in the very small amount of time, I think he's going to be awesome. And I do think he's an MNFL player. I think Myron Robinson is going to be an absolute freak.
The linebacker?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like a Texas Tech commit at some point, or was he a
4-star linebacker? I think he was. And he's come in. He's played like 8 snaps, has like 2 sacks. Like I think he's going to be awesome.
Rage, we are going to make fun of Colorado later on. Trust me. Rage, by the way, I had a Colorado fan. What's that?
I'm waiting for that presser because he was supposed to see a doctor today.
Dion has laid the groundwork for leaving after the season. He's 100% not coming back. He's laid the groundwork for that. He knew exactly what he was saying then.
I'd be very surprised.
Now, Marcus Delgado, actually, with a rare good question, he says, then why isn't he playing more?
I don't know. I think that they like the veterans. He's still young. They still have Wilson and Harris and Tay Brown is still.
And it's not like the defense has been struggling a ton. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. All right, let's get a couple reads in here. And then I want to get to looking ahead to BYU and a little bit of college football as well. What do we got? All right, the Food Family Project. Yummy, yummy in the tummy. Direct Aid Plus life skills develop cooking, nutrition education. Currently 255 meal kits per week. 2026 goal, 1,000 meal kits per week. Donations made with AZ12 comment will be matched. Cumulative up to $10,000. So if you give $100 to a good cause, then guess what? You will get that will be matched $100 as well. Check it out. The Tucson Family Food Project, TucsonFamilyFoodProject.org. Really good stuff. I talked with the guy on a Zoom. He started this, and like I said, you're helping out a good cause, and anything you put in there will be matched up to $10,000. Check it out. Boom.
Really cool.
It is really cool for sure. That spaghetti looks good, by the way. All right, RJ's Frozen Cactus. Start yourself, baby. All right, check it out. Now, look at this bread right here. That could be you. Now, look at that beer. That could be you as well. Red Hot Beer or Ice cold beer, Red Hot Sports. 100 plus craft beers, $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. Dennis Walsh isn't in the chat today, probably because he's actually flying his jet. He's probably flying his jet, and he's parking it right now in the RJ's parking lot. Home of the AZ12 watch party. We are going to have a lot of, we're going to have another one coming up here soon. Check it out. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Again, go in there and have a good time. Don't be like Joseph and just say you're going to do something and you don't actually end up doing it. Go to RJ's Frozen Cactus. Check it out. Yeah. Okay.
X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.
All right. Comfort X HVAC. Kobe Thiel. Kobe Thiel. What's a worse argument that Kobe Thiel made before the season? The Bijan Robinson, who would be a first-team All-Pro right now if the season ended, isn't a top 5 back in the MNFL, or that Bill Belichick was going to do well at North Carolina. Which is a worse argument from Kobe Thiel?
I think Belichick. I just because I don't know if there was ever a path to Belichick doing well at North Carolina.
That's not good as well. And then on top of that, you know what's really funny? Kobe Thiel was also trying to say as well that Christian McCaffrey's had a better season than Bijan Robinson. When Bijan Robinson statistically has been the best back in the league, I don't know what else to say. He has been awesome. And if the season ended today, he would be a first-team All-Pro. Meanwhile, Kobe Thiel is pushing for a guy that averages 3 yards per carry. That is because Kobe Thiel does not have air conditioning. And that is a big problem. Go to Comfort X HVAC. Do not be like Kobe Thiel, where you think that Bill Belichick was going to do a great job at North Carolina, or that Bijan Robinson is not a top 5 back in the league, while you're pushing out people like McCaffrey or Joe Mixon or Saquon. He said that Saquon's been better this year as well. Yeah, Kobe. Okay. Check it out. Plus, you get a free. Yeah, I know. Saquon, who's averaging like 3 yards per carry.
Yeah, Saquon's been terrible this year.
And who has like 109 yards on the season. Yeah, not good.
Out.
Yeah, so no, I told Kobe Thiel this before the season. Saquon has one really, really good season, and then he doesn't do anything the next year. And I kept telling him that, and he didn't listen.
The only argument for McCaffrey is that he's actually been a really good receiver this year.
Oh, yeah, but so is Bijan. Bijan has almost the same amount of receiving yards, and Bijan's averaging 15 yards per reception. So it is what it is. Check it out. Now, again, get with Comfort X HVAC. Plus, on top of that, like I said, you get a free AZ-12 purchase. Marcus Delgado said, Kobe's hate on the best player to ever come out of Tucson is strange. It is. It's very odd, but whatever. Okay, so now let's look around a little bit of college football then. We're going to get back to Arizona.
Can I also say something here, Mike?
Right.
Arizona's kickoff against Houston is 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Tucson time. I've already seen people complaining it's too early. Like, what are we doing?
What did they say?
It's too early.
And what time is it?
And it's at Houston. It's not even here.
10 a.m. Oh, come on. Give me a break.
It's at 9 a.m. here. Roll out of bed and get on your couch, make a cup of coffee, and watch a football game.
FF Dopester, look at Bijan's numbers compared to him. Bijan's literally on pace for like 60 less yards, and he's averaging like 5 more yards per reception.
Dick Wilson brought it up.
What's that?
Dick Wilson brought up the real thing that we need to discuss here.
What did Dick Wilson? JCM number 2 right now behind Bijan. Let's talk about JCM.
Mike and I got beat up all week. Oh, Scattaboo, he's the greatest. Oh, please.
Hey.
Take it, Mike.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's this. ASU fans are inside. First of all, this is maybe the funniest thing to ever troll ASU fans with, because they get so upset about it each time, even though they say they're not upset. The best thing about all of this, though, is that JCM is having a better year than Scattaboo. Shear said and by almost by any measure. I like when somebody says, they go, well, he has more yards. Dude, JCM's averaging 6.6 yards per carry to Scattaboo's 3.8. That's a big difference. He has twice as many touchdowns. He has more yards and less carries, and he's just been better. There's no other way around it. Plus, he doesn't have a fumble that was returned for a touchdown that could have cost his team the game at some point. But Shear, you were lit. By the way, Eric Townsend, you did great work yesterday. I know it's for the kids, but you did great. But I got to give you credit. You got beat up by ASU fans saying, remember when you said Scattaboo would start at Arizona? By the way, with Scattaboo, he's just not as talented. He's a good football player. There's no doubt about it. He is not as talented as JCM. He's just not.
Do you know who's tied for 4th in the league in touchdowns?
JCM.
Running back touchdowns? JCM.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. Also, have you ever seen, and you know what ASU fan does that's always cracks me up? There's like 3 levels to this. The first thing that they say is Scattaboo's better. And then after they come to find out that Scattaboo isn't better, then they say, oh, well, he never played at Arizona. Then when you tell them, hey, he claims Arizona, the NFL says that he's an Arizona alumni. And then they go, oh, well, who cares what the NFL and JCM say? Like, it's really an interesting situation here. Yes. Ben, we're going to be talking about your boy there in just a second. Trust me, he's in the show.
He's just having a rough weekend. Hey, Shear, what was Speedy's stat line? He didn't really do anything here.
What was it?
Like, this is what we're bragging about?
What was it, 9 for 73?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Like, good. Like I said, at the end of the day.
83. Like, okay, against Nevada. One of them was a 68-yard run. Like,
Joseph, Speedy was an argument for last year, not an argument for this year.
He's a mountain less player.
Right.
That's what he is.
I think he's better than you do. But at the end of the day, you're right, though. Arizona doesn't have a running back problem this year. I don't know how else to put it. Do you look at Ishmael Mahdi and say, man, that guy sucks? All right. Now, I want to talk a little bit. I want to give Luke Wysong some props here and some love. They have to play him more. They got to get him more involved. I don't care how they do it. I want him returning kicks. I want him getting the ball more. He is one of the few guys on the team, and somebody tweeted this at me the other day, that when he catches when the ball is thrown to him, I have absolutely no doubt that he is going to catch it. He is a natural pass catcher. I need him on the field, and quite frankly, sure, I don't want him coming off the field.
I got a little choked up yesterday thinking about this, but I'm pretty sure that Luke Wysong has ended the Jeremiah Patterson punt return.
He has. You've got listen. I know we love Jeremiah Patterson on this show.
If Patterson gets healthy and returns punts, I'm going to lose my mind.
Right. But again, you can't have. Listen, when you watch, what's funny about it? Joking aside, when you watch Wysong return a kick, the ball he fields the ball naturally. The ball comes to him.
And I know he messed up on one of them. I get it.
But again, I know what I see, and I know what I've watched so far this year. That's what I'm going to say. And
we said this leading. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
We said this leading up to the week of the game of guys that maybe need a little bit more snaps. Wysong needs to have as many snaps as any other wide receiver.
Agreed. And you know what he's like? You know what is funny too about him? He might not run a 4.2 or whatever, but he's the epitome of, like, remember back in the day when the Patriots would always get those wide receivers, generally white receivers, that they just got open. They get open, they make plays. When he's out on the field, he makes plays. I need more Luke Wysong.
There's obviously a size difference, but he kind of reminds me of David Douglas a little bit.
A little bit. You mentioned that earlier in the year. That's not a bad one.
Because David Douglas, you look at him and you go, that guy's whatever. But David Douglas, his last year at Arizona, had 500 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah. I think Wysong's better than him.
I do. I do too. But I
like that comparison, though.
Yeah. Because we only compare white guys to white guys.
Yeah, I know. You can't really do anything else. But he's got to play as much as anybody, if not more. He's got to be out there. Is he still winning off the field, if you know what I mean?
I don't think so.
Oh, all right. Well, either way, he's going to be just fine. Yeah, but either way,
he is winning off the field, even if he's not.
Yeah, he's winning. Yeah. But either way, we need more. We definitely need more of him. And also, the thing that I need as well. All right, correction, Mike. I mentioned that comparison. I do apologize, Nick Arenas, the great Nick Arenas. The thing also, he's not going to fair catch the ball at the 4-yard line twice a game, and so again, I think that's got to. Either way, I like it. Now let's talk a little bit about the receivers. Had a couple more drops this past game, a little bit better, obviously a little bit better though. Watley's an interesting guy for me. He's definitely going to drop a pass or two. I think we know at that point. But man, he is explosive though.
He's good. I know
he's good. He's going to drop a pass per game. I get it.
He's going to drop a pass per game, and it's going to be frustrating. But I think he's by far the most explosive.
The two guys that I have to have on the field right now, I think at that receiver position, and I think there's other guys that can come in. There's guys that can kind of, come in, mix and match. I got to have Wysong on the field. I got to have Watley on the field. Gio Richardson had an interesting game because he dropped that perfect pass from Noah where Noah just threw that Noah's Ark into the air and it landed in it. But then he stole the ball away from that other, from the defender as well. You see why the coaching staff likes Gio.
I think Gio's real close. He's not quite there.
Right.
But I think he's real close to being a very reliable receiver.
Yeah, and I think Nick Arenas, the great Nick Arenas, is again. But do you know that he's Gilbert Arenas' half brother, right? Nick Arenas.
Yeah, I thought it was full brother.
Yeah, I thought that he was his father at first, but yeah. But he says Noah had a good connection with Gio. The ball is always in the perfect spot. He just can't always catch it. Agreed. Spivey. Now let's talk Spivey. Spivey, that was a big breakout for Spivey this past week. You watch him, he's big, he's fast, he can get some yards after the catch. He's another guy, though, that I want to see more of. I want to see him, make plays. And he had a pretty good game.
I'm going to look up I'm going to use your favorite.
PFF?
Yeah, real quick. but for a good reason.
By the way, my guy Jay Merck was trying to tell me again that the Giants have a much worse offensive line than the Redskins. So then I found the PFF thing, which I don't even think means anything, and I sent it to him, and he's like, and yeah, so okay, all right, what do you got?
So Trace Bobby had 4 targets in that game. We got to get him more. Gio, Hudson, Wysong, Hunter, and Watley had more, a little bit more for Trace Bobby.
Okay, yeah. So, like I said, this was a nice. The receivers are going to be needed though in a big way against BYU. I think it's what's that?
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, the receivers are going to be needed though in a big way against BYU. They just are.
The number 1 receiver in terms of snaps is Hudson, 52, Hunter 50, Watley 35, and then Spivey 24. The one problem with Spivey that I have, and it's my guess why he's not playing more snaps, although at this point he probably should. He's not a really good route runner. Like if you notice these catches, he's not open.
Right.
Like but he by far has the best hands on the team.
Well, right. If he's going to make some plays, it is now. Harry Lex says, "Is Hunter overhyped?"
I mean, you
so
say
far
yes.
So far, this
he makes that great catch in the end zone off that awesome throw by Noah.
I like Hunter.
I think he's got talent.
I think he's got a lot of talent. He hasn't been what we were hoping though so far, but he's also still young. So, that's kind of where I'm going to lead with that. Now, let's by the way, I was looking at this off topic just slightly because we never get off topic here. T-Mac is going to have like 1,400 yards this year and no touchdowns because the quarterback can't get
so bad.
He's so bad.
Is he the worst? No, he's not the worst starter, but
no. Would you rather have Bryce Young or JJ McCarthy?
McCarthy, easily. Who's got the worst quarterback rating in the NFL? Let me see here.
In the what?
In the NFL, let me see. Cam Ward. No, honestly, Bryce Young is ahead of. You ready?
Yeah.
Players that Bryce Young is ahead of. Russell Wilson, your boy.
Oh, Russell Wilson's worse than him, yes.
Geno Smith.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Jake Browning. McCarthy and Cam Ward has the worst quarterback rating in the NFL.
See, Cam Ward's still a rookie, though. I almost said a freshman, and he has like really no help. I still think that I would take Bryce Young over McCarthy.
Yeah, I probably would too, but I'm not happy with any of them.
Oh, they all stink. I also like too about how the Cardinals are maybe figuring out now that they need to get that this isn't you're in year 7, and it's just the way the Cardinals lost. That was awesome. That was vintage Cardinals. That was so. It is what it is. But also, listen. I'm going to tell somebody this. Browning is the worst I've seen, but Browning was also supposed to be a backup, so I would go.
Yeah, Browning is a backup. Bryce Young is the worst, probably bottom 5 starting quarterbacks, right?
Right. Yes.
The other day.
What's that?
Meaning yesterday. Do you see who was good? It was funny. I was laughing. Who was good yesterday?
Who?
Dylan Gabriel.
Dude, Dylan Gabriel. I mean, I'm sorry.
Bad.
It wasn't bad. I just need that so the Dion fans just go.
Oh, that's why I brought it up. I don't actually care if Dylan Gabriel's good.
Right.
It's just funny.
Who's a bigger QB bust, Trevor Lawrence or Ryan Leaf? Ryan Leaf by a mile. Yeah, it's not even close. Trevor Lawrence has actually had good seasons. Ryan Leaf was terrible. Okay, so anyways, so there's that. So let's talk a little bit then about going forward. Then Arizona's 4-1, all like I said before the year. And I think Mr. Tyler Warden led this charge. I think there was a lot of overreaction to the Iowa State game because here's the thing: you lose to Iowa State. I get all of that. You lose to Iowa State, but a loss is still a loss. You don't get to take those points with you. Look at Illinois for example. Illinois lost by 9 million points to Indiana. It only counts as one loss, and then they came back the following week. Nobody is going to care. Nobody's going to care at all if Arizona beats BYU about that Iowa State game. They just won't.
Correct.
I mean,
Correct.
It just kind of is what it is. All right, now at that running back position, we had a lot of people in the chat that were very, very Mr. Tyler Warden, you lead every ship as our coach. All right, now when it comes to right now, how many wins do you think Arizona is good for?
7.
I agree as well. By the way, we need to talk Salgado Medina here for a second. I agree with you, Sheer. when he kicks, I don't really have much confidence. And I know that he hit the 57-yarder that would have been good from 87 yards. I get all that. The thing, though, that I don't necessarily take a lot of from is that there was no pressure with that kick. The game was over at that point. I need to see what you're doing with pressures on you.
Yeah, I don't like kickers. We basically have no idea
Each game.
How what's going to happen.
Right.
Right. Like
and we have no clue. We have no clue what.
No idea. You have no idea what Michael Salgado. He could nail it with ease. It can move 7 yards to the right. We have no idea. That is scary because you got to think one of these games here the rest of the season is going to come down to a field goal.
I agree with you too. I would like to see what Pursoon. I'd like to see a little bit of Pursoon and just kind of see what he can do. Again,
after the game, there was absolutely no indication that Brett Brennan is thinking about a quarterback.
All right, one thing though that is greatly annoying. Simple Jack Enduro, a great name. Couldn't care less. Not could care less means the exact opposite of what you think, Mr. Simple Jack Enduro. But I couldn't. We need him to be solid at 35 from a hash. I would agree with that. The 57-yarder with no pressure, it is what it is. I mean, if anything, it's even more annoying because you know that he can make it. So there's like I said, there is obviously that. Okay, now Blazinazen 38 says the physicality he showed us is that we expect from a guy like Spivey, so it was good to see it. Agreed. He's definitely a physical guy, and I think that's something that that's something.
Yeah, I don't mind playing him. I'm just saying it's
right. Yeah, so that is what it is. All right, we're going to talk a little bit of basketball here in a few minutes. By the way,
Shelby sent us.
What's that?
Next Shelby sent us. Should we read that now?
No, hold on. Let me say. Oh, shoot. I wasn't even looking at my phone. Yeah, what'd she say? Read it out. Read
Saturday.
It. Right. What do you got? Hold on. Let's see here.
So me and Mike, we will be on stage at the Bear Down Bash on Saturday before the BYU game, likely between 1 and 2 o'clock. We don't have an exact time yet. We're going to be on stage. Bring your AZ12 signs, and we'll arrange to get you some swag of some sort.
Right, for sure. That
so Saturday, Bear Down Bash, Bear Down Field. We'll be there probably from like 1 to 2.
All right, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, for sure.
Tyler Warden coming on today. Tyler, you coming on today?
No, I got to sign off a few minutes early. I had a meeting as well. Will Mike sign my chest? Yeah, sure. P-Hoff, I have no problem doing that. Mr. Tyler Warden, he's got to get off at 11:15 again or 11:10. You should hop on tomorrow though as well. That would be very very, very nice. We would very, very much appreciate that. So, all right, now, do they need to be PG rated signs? Sure. I mean,
look, whatever they'll let you in with. Joseph, you're not leaving the house anyway, so
no, exactly. Joseph, you've literally lied to us like every time that you said you're going to do a real time and you never do it. So that is what that is what it is. Okay, so by the way, did you see the Arizona fan that said, why are you guys going to talk anything about Arizona basketball? It's in October.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Right. I don't get that one. So yeah, we're going to talk Arizona basketball. Watch us. We're about to talk Arizona basketball right here. We'll get back obviously to football tomorrow. All right, let's get a couple reads in here. Back to reads. Welcome to the Rock. Two convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley, 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials serving residents and contractors. East of Benson, Sierra Vista, west of Marana, south to Nogales, north to Oracle. Green Valley Decorative Rock, back to rock, baby. Green Valley Rock AZ, again, they're going to deliver basically anywhere you want if you give them the right price. That's the thing. If you want to deliver to like Des Moines, Iowa or something like that, I'm sure they'll take it out there. But at the same time, though, you're going to have to pay a hefty price. But the other thing about it, though, that you're going to want to know is that they deliver here in Tucson. Again, you do not have to worry about them. They're not just in Green Valley. We pushed that back. We pushed that rumors back. Now we are on the offense. Again, let's check it out. Grant Creech says, I don't remember Sean Connery sounding like that in James Bond. Yeah, sorry. Well, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Now, what else we got? All right. The Nova Home Loan. Mooney. Ready to purchase or refinance your home? Take your shot with the Mooney team. Scan that QR code. Get in there right now. Nova AZ Loans, 520-230-5599. VP Senior Loan Officer, Branch Manager. Again, home equity loans. Purchase or refinance your home. Take your shot with the Mooney team. Zach Mooney, VP Senior Loan Officer, Branch Manager. Again, he also supports the local basketball community. He's a really, really good dude. And again, he's risen to the top of his profession for a reason. Again, check it out, Nova AZ Loans. And again, scan that QR code. You will thank me later. Scan it at novaazloans.com. All right, Copal. Now, I'm going to be at, we're going to be having a get together at Copal later in this month, and it's going to be a blast. We're still working out on a date, but it's going to be very fun because, again, first of all, you can mention Mike Luke for a free dessert with any purchase. And the great thing about, the great thing about it too, they got food of all different kinds. And the great thing about it as well is that they got stuff out there for all the Rugrats. You got stuff outside. You can play like cornhole. They got pool. They got a bunch of different stuff. And it's classy inside. You got drinks. You got great food. Mexican food delivered nationwide at mymexicanmenu.com. Use code AZ12 for 10% off your order. Book your next large party or corporate event with Copal. Large party packages available. We also cater any event. Check it out. Tucson's tastiest margaritas. Boom. Check it out. Again, we're gonna have a get together there, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. The people there do an amazing job, and like I said, once you go in there, you'll definitely be going back. Check it out, Copal. All right. Okay, now let's talk a little bit of Arizona basketball, my friends. Arizona basketball. Sheer, we haven't had you on since the Red-Blue game. Talk to me about what you thought, and I'll give my thought.
It's a talented team. I think that's pretty. I actually liked how serious the players seemed to take it. I thought it was one of the more competitive ones. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun environment. Again, I'm not the type that's going to go and analyze the crap out of this. I just don't think it makes any sense. Right. But overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was an enjoyable night.
It was an enjoyable, and so let's just talk about kind of position by position, kind of what we think. I have no concerns. Joseph's not going. Are they diabetic friendly, Mike? I will check, but I believe they are, Nick. I will check. Joseph says he's going. Yeah, I've heard this a bunch of different times. Now. Let's talk a little bit, though. I have no concerns about the small forward position. I know Fry Rice and everybody is going to find a bunch of stuff to be able to pick at. I think between Dwayne, between Yvonne, between ADO, I think this is going to be a really, really good team.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good team. Remains to be seen how good, but it's clearly a good team.
Right. Yes, exactly. Now, I love how Rage is saying, I told you, man. I don't know if you watched in the NCAA tournament last year, but Caleb Love was literally the best player on the court for Arizona by a mile. I don't know what else to say, Rage. You lost that one. Did you watch the Duke game? Caleb Love was the one keeping Arizona in. Did you watch the Oregon game? Arizona doesn't win that game without Caleb Love. Rage, the Caleb Love one you lost. So there is that. ADO's better. Now, one thing that I absolutely know is going to happen, and you and I were talking about it, and it's true, Sheer. The Spacers are going to start complaining about Koa Pete. Absolutely, they are going to start complaining about Koa Pete. There's going to be some game where Arizona can't score or they don't score or whatever, and all they are going to do is talk about how the reason that Arizona can't do that or couldn't score in this game is because Koa Pete couldn't shoot. Sheer, you sent me that. You're spot on. You were spot on. You're an oracle of knowledge. That will absolutely happen.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to happen. People are going to say, because I think people are partial to shooters. Koa Pete's not a shooter.
Right.
He can't shoot. That's not his game. Already people are concerned after the red and blue game. And yeah, there's going to be some difficulty at times where he's going against big, strong players, but the majority of the time, Koa is going to be stronger. He's also pretty good at basketball. He's good. He's good enough to adapt. He's being well coached. You just got to assume, based on past history, that he's going to be.
Where did this obsession basically come from? And we're going to get to Burries in a second, where it's like, okay, well, anytime Arizona struggles to score, basically, it's just because there were no shooters, this or that. Where did this come from? Tommy's teams have never struggled to score.
Yeah, I don't know. I always blame everything on Steph Curry. Steph Curry ruined the way people view the game. Seriously.
Yeah. And
He ruined the way people view basketball now.
I would agree with that. Yes. So, all right, now let's talk about Braden Burries. He's good. Braden Burries is really, really good. If you look at an MNBA mock draft and he is not on there in the first round, that MNBA mock draft sucks.
Do you agree with me? Are you changing your tune at all?
About what?
I think when I said that, I think Braden will lead the team in scoring, and you think it'll be Koa.
I still go in Koa, but I've always felt like I think one will get 14, the other will get 13 or 15 and 14. I think they're going to clearly be the two leading scorers.
Yeah.
It could be, but man, he's nice though. You watch him, he plays under control. And the thing when you look at him too, he just physically, I know that he's like 5 years older than his class or whatever it is, but when you watch him, though, he just physically looks more mature. His game is more mature. You can absolutely see why Tommy Lloyd was so big on. You can absolutely see why Tommy Lloyd was so big on him.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's good, right? Like he's a pure offensive player. He's not a bad defender, but he's one of these guys. He's similar. He's better than Trier. But what I'm saying is Trier.
A little bit. I like that. That's a little bit. I didn't like the Bayless comparison. His game doesn't remind me anything of Bayless.
Because Trier found so many ways to score. It was shooting. It was post up. It was getting to the bucket. I think Burries in that regard is similar. And Burries, similar to Trier, isn't doing it with overpowering athleticism. It's high basketball IQ and it's skill. And Burries is a lot of it.
And I think the thing too is when you start comparing him to Jared Bayless, I think at that point that's kind of unrealistic. I mean, I don't have no clue if he's going to be a better MNBA player than Jared Bayless, but Jared Bayless as a freshman was one of the very best players in the entire country, regardless of class. I mean, Jared Bayless was a monster. And keep in mind, too, as much as we like Kevin O'Neal on this show, Jared Bayless averaged 20 points per game as a freshman with a coach who literally did not want to score.
It's Bayless is a super freak athlete too.
Yeah.
Like
and very strong.
I don't think people realize like Bayless in high school was I'm stronger than you. I'm going to the rim and there's nothing you can do about it. And if I get close enough, I'm going to just dunk on your head.
And he was a crazy, you know what it was? He was a really interesting, and that's why I didn't really get that comparison because he's nothing like Burries. And that's not a put down to Burries or to Bayless. Bayless was a guy that didn't really have a great handle. He basically just put his head down and went to the basket. And that's kind of where, sorry for keeping you awake. But at the same time, though, he didn't have the maneuverability with the ball that Burries did. But he was, as a freshman, though, I don't see Burries averaging 20 points per game and scoring, 41% or 42% of the team's points, whatever the case may be.
I could see him averaging, I think the high, if you want to go like the high number, would probably be 18.
Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised by that, but
I would too, but I think that's the number.
Because what did Ben average? 17?
Yeah, his second year.
Yeah. Now, shocked that Bayless didn't do much in the NBA. He played there for 10 years, and he was a backup. The problem with Bayless, though, is that he really couldn't dribble the ball. He couldn't bring the ball down and just get past you. He was sheer power, pardon the pun, sheer power. Oh, that would be your porn name, sheer power. But I actually kind of like that. But he was just a physical specimen.
Yeah, a lot of times Bayless is really good, but again,
that doesn't work in the MNBA, though. That's the thing.
Was Jared in the NBA?
Well, right, and that doesn't work. That doesn't work in the MNBA. So that is what it is. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Evan Nelson here for a second because, there's a thread on your board about Evan, and somebody was saying, well, I think it was Smirks, and I'm not beating up Smirks because I think he was right. He said, well, all I got from him was that he was going to be able to bring the ball up the court, make an open three, and maybe be a okay defender. That's all I need. That's all you want. I mean, we're not bringing him in here. And again, I'm not dissing Smirks at all, but Arizona's not bringing him in here to play 25 minutes per game. They're bringing him in here to be able to be somebody. And I know you're going to get upset here, to be somebody unlike Conrad that Tommy feels he can put some, from time to time, he can play a little bit.
Yeah, Mike, we've been very clear in our expectations for Evan Nelson. He is what he is. He's not going in here and playing 25 minutes if Braden's in foul trouble, if Braden's tired, if Arizona's up 20 and Braden needs a rest because Arizona's got a game 2 days later, this is where Evan Nelson comes in. Will there be a drop off? Yes, Jaden Bradley's better than Evan Nelson.
Yeah.
But I don't see a problem with in certain games. Evan Nelson gets 5 minutes. In other games, he may get 10 to 12, depending on the score. But I don't see any 25-minute games from Evan Nelson. That's not the plan.
That's not the plan. I just need him. And again, I'm not, because let's be honest, you're joking aside, Conrad was actually fairly solid when he would go into the games. But Tommy clearly, and as much as we like Tommy was clearly blowing smoke when he said that he thought that he could be a really good backup point guard for Arizona. He clearly didn't believe that.
I mean, he literally kept Arizona in the Duke game, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, but he clearly didn't believe that. With Evan, I just need him to be basically what he was telling people that he thought Conrad would be. That's basically, joking aside, that's just what I need. A couple minutes each half, and
dude, I'm so for Conrad at High Point this season.
That's gonna be dude.
That's my speedy Luke.
Dude, that's gonna be a good one, dude. Watch he doesn't start.
I bet he wouldn't start. High Point's good.
That would if you can't start at High Point, then it is what it is. Okay, now let's look up front a little bit. Krivas. David Rosen was getting smacked around on your board about his Krivas tape. I saw nothing wrong with Krivas in that game. Plus, he had a dunk.
Yeah, I think it's just become a thing.
I think people just want to. I love David Rosen,
but yeah.
But people just are going to see what they want to see. Nobody is saying, and again, there are some morons that are saying that he's a first-round pick. Anybody that says he's a first-round pick is an idiot. But with all due respect,
Mike calling Tommy Lloyd an idiot. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if he believes that, I disagree with Tommy Lloyd. But But guess what? Tommy Lloyd's there, and I'm here, so I don't think that Tommy Lloyd probably really cares what I have to say about Krivas' MNBA prospects. But again, I thought he was fine. He moved up and got a dunk. You're going to be able to get him the ball. He's really big defensively. I don't know what people really want.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't really see what the issue is. So there's
that. Kind of a thing.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's get a couple more reads in here. Then we're going to talk Dwayne Aristode. Longview, Andre Veras. Shearer, take the read.
Look, Andre's a nice guy. He's very good at what he does. We will never endorse him, but it's close, Right. Need financial planning. Need a better hold of your future financially. Give Andre a call at 520-325-3456. Reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting. Go to longviewii.com. Sit down with Andre Veras, let him build a strategy, figure out the future of your world.
Exactly. And if you're somebody that's going around without air conditioning, and you believe that Bill Belichick was going to change the culture and everything in North Carolina, and that Bijan's not a top 5 back, you're probably not where you want to be in life. So I would highly recommend getting with Andre Veras. Give Andre a call at 520-325-3456. Check out Andre Veras. He's the man. We like Andre. Okay. All right, now Bridge Tech Communications. Now, all these people out there, Dennis Walsh is probably working out at one of those backwater gyms there. That probably looks like something that they brought in from the Deliverance back in the day or something, and not good. Check it out. By the way, anybody that hasn't seen the Deliverance, very creepy movie. No chance Kobe L. Field's ever heard of the Deliverance, correct?
No chance.
No chance. Okay. Promotes 100 plus health entities, Bridge Tech Communication, across multiple states. BridgeTechCommunications.com can help you market your gym or health wellness spa. 750% average ROI. Now, here's the great thing about it too, is that if you got a gym you want to go through, Bridge Tech Communications, because it works. It always works. And our guy Tony is the man. You go with Tony. Tony knows what he is doing. Bridge Tech Communications. All right. Now, Baggins. Yummy in my tummy. Shearer, when was the last time you went to Baggins?
It's been too long.
All right, it's been too long. Don't let it happen again. At the same time, Okay, I'll check it out later. Check out the like I said, use code AZ12 for 15% off for specials and deal. All food made in house daily. Every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. Chocolate chip cookies. We all like chocolate chip cookies. Join the VIP Text Club, locally owned and operated, 12 Arizona locations. All food made in house daily. You will thank me later. Now again, Ben One White might order the Dennis Walsh special. I'm not sure that most people would want the Dennis Walsh special, but who knows? Also, Dennis Walsh, they gave him a gift card and everything as well. So, yeah, this guy, although let's be honest, man, this guy deserves it.
He needs a gift card. He needs help. He owns a jet, but those things are expensive.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, he's probably eating on the jet as well. So use code AZ12 for 15% off. Okay, now, all right. So let's get back to it again. We were asked about cold soup and Yvonne. I like Yvonne. I think Yvonne's fine. I really do. I think Yvonne's going to play a little bit. I think Aristode's got a little, I think he's got a little bit more zest, a little bit more pesto to him. But at the same time, I'm
really curious to see how much Ivan plays. I'm really like that. Yvonne, Aristode, ADO, different combinations, minutes, and all that. I'm very curious to see how that shakes out. In terms of rotation, I think that's the biggest question.
I do think, though, and yes, I'm going to say this, and Mr. Tyler Warden, our coach, says Yvonne is going to be a dog defensively. I agree. The thing that I like, though, when you watch Aristode, and again, it's from what I've seen a couple times, Aristode just looks a little different. He looks a little bit different than those other dudes, and I think you can do a lot of different things. Like Irish Mike, the great Irish Mike says, we'll get 4 minutes of small ball with Coe at center. And the thing with Yvonne is, or not Yvonne, excuse me, well, him too. You could put Aristode at power forward, and I got no problem with it. He is I don't know if he's going to be in the NBA in a year, but he's definitely going, barring injury, he's going to play in the NBA for a long time.
Yeah, I agree with that. And again, we said this, and I don't think people realize until kind of see it up close how much bigger these freshmen are. Like Aristode is a grown man. He's a grown man,
and again, he just it's funny. T-Burns 826 says, okay, he says Dwayne already has a man's body. Chris Rounds won't have to do much. I always wonder with a guy like Chris Rounds, is he more intrigued by a guy like that comes in and you're like, all right, now I'm going to turn you into Arnold, or if he's got a guy like I don't know, like Krevis.
I think it's the opposite.
Yeah. I would agree with that. A guy like Krevis, where you're like, okay, man, I'm going to get some muscle tone on you. And then, but you know what Chris Rounds doesn't have to do because he's a professional? He doesn't have to put those Photoshop clips out like that Illinois Putz does, where he just shows the guy who looks the exact same, but he puts him in a tanning booth and tells him to flex and grow facial hair. That was really funny. So people that don't know, this Illinois guy, he's like the strength and conditioning coach. He always posts these before and after pictures where he humbly brags that all the hard work that they put in under his tutelage. And then one time Sheer quote tweeted and said, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but this dude looks the exact same. You just tanned him, gave him facial hair and told him to flex. Yeah, like he looks the exact same. Chris Rounds is the man, though. Is Aristode better than Ira Lee? Yes. All right, now, but I do think there's a little bit. I do think they're just watching it. I think there's a little bit of a next level that Aristode has, and I like it. Like I said, I like Yvonne a lot. Aristode can go. That's all I'm going to say. You would agree with this, sure?
Yeah, sorry, I had a text. Yeah, I mean, Aristode can go. I don't look at this team at all and say, man, this guy's just not good enough. I really don't. In terms of the rotation, guys. The one thing I think the one player that I think people need to lower their expectations for, and I think they've done a pretty good job for it, is CD's not playing this year.
Yeah, but you can watch CD though and tell that he's got a lot of potential.
Oh, I mean, next year after you coaching, if he sticks to the process and all that, he's going to be awesome.
He's basically like a gazelle out there right now, where he's like like when you see, he's another one of those ones where you look like a young fawn in the fields. And you're like, all right, well, that's kind of what he reminds me of a little bit. But let's see, if CD could have come before the summer, do you think he could have gotten some burn? Maybe.
But again, over who? Like, you always got to look at that. It's not how good they are; it's over who. Is he taking minutes away from Tobe or Krevis? Probably not.
Well, and the thing you got to also remember as well is that yes, he's not taking minutes away from them, and Coe is going to play 32 minutes per game. Krevis and Tobe, they're going to probably combine for 45 minutes per game. So there's just not a lot of minutes to be had there, and that's a good thing right now. I mean, if he was at ASU, he'd be their best player. Oh, by the way, did you see Cartman's tweet about the international prospect that ASU has? It says is garnering a lot of potential or garnering a lot of attention. Cody actually made a good point. Cody said this dude looks like he can barely walk.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was funny, Cody. That was very, very funny on your part. Rage. There's a good bench. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, Rage.
You see this thing about LeBron tomorrow?
No, what's going on?
Yes, LeBron has a thing where he's sitting down with the guy that's going to interview him. He's calling it the decision 2. And he said, the decision of all decisions. Do you think it's an ad or do you think he's retiring?
No, it's an ad. LeBron likes attention. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but LeBron likes attention.
I think he wants to be at every Arizona game next year.
What if he retires and he's like, it's because I need to support my son?
Well, what if he retires and he says that the call for backing the A was so much more than
that's a good one.
that I could have ever thought about? No, LeBron, like I said, I don't really blame him. I get it, but LeBron likes attention. That's just what it is. So guys, don't get into Kobe. That was funny, but don't get into that, please. Okay, now let's get a couple more reads in here. I'm going to talk about Bryce, and we're going to talk Caleb Holt, and then we're going to sign off here. Okay,
I got to get the mic.
Yeah, all right. We got 4 minutes. All right, Foster Plumbing, back the pipe, back the front pipe. Hey, delete that comment, please. Okay, residential and commercial, licensed, bonded, and insured. Sewer lining, coating, point repairs, water heaters, drain cleaning, all of that stuff. Check it out. And again, Foster's everywhere. Back the pipe. 10% off when you mention AZ12. Yeah, for sure. 10% off. I can't have that. 10% is 10% when you mention AZ12 podcast. Call 520-603-3817 to schedule service today. Check it out. Foster Plumbing. Back the pipe, baby. Back the pipe. Now get in there, and again, they'll help you out. Okay. Now, what else we got? All right. Not just a football school. Cody, I need you to, if you can you get a graphic of this that we can tweet out with a link to get it? Because I actually think people will buy these ones.
Yeah, they will. They will buy those. I need a link too.
These will. This is absolutely fantastic.
Those like hotcakes,
right? These things are going like hotcakes, man. Exactly. If you had a nuclear weapon in the background, or I don't know what people would want. That nuclear weapon, or this, not just a football school. Check it out. But Cody, if we can get a graphic together with where people can click on it, it is absolutely fantastic. Look how excited this woman is right here. She is excited. Okay. Now we just got a couple minutes left. Caleb Holt, I'm just going to say this. There's a belief they can get him. I don't agree, but I have no inside information. I'm a dweeb with a podcast. But
Alabama, Kentucky, and Arizona are probably the 3 right now. Now, He canceled Auburn. People got excited, but he canceled Auburn because he wants to go to Kentucky.
Right.
That tells you a lot right there. So I would be surprised, but I know that there's people associated with the recruitment that believe that they could sneak in there.
Yeah.
To me, when you see Alabama, Kentucky, you're talking bidding war.
You're on the other end of the country, all of that stuff. That it just kind of is what it is when it comes to that one. All right, everybody, we need a big Little Caesars week. We need a big Little Caesars week, everybody. Please, please, please. I beg of you. I went there just yesterday. Code 15 off 20, 15% off any $20 or more purchase. Code LCFREECC. Free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. Again, I real timed it out there. We need a big week, people. Again, it's family weekend as well. There's no better way than to feed everybody with Little Caesars because it is very, very good. We very much appreciate Little Caesars. So everybody hop in there. Okay. Now, all right. So let's, we will be back. We're going to sign off a little bit early. Mr. Tyler Warden doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be filling in for Sheer in the last 15 minutes tomorrow. Very, very much appreciate it. Okay. On that note, though, Sheer, where can they find you doing your stuff?
WildcatAuthority.com and the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby.
Thank you, Rage. We don't need those comments. Thank you. Okay. Now, and check, I don't know if you want to check me out or if you don't want to check me out, but either way. All right. Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. All right. On that note,
Ben One Lifestyle. Check you out whatever you need.
All right. We'll make fun of Colorado tomorrow. We made fun of them a little bit earlier, but we'll make fun of Colorado tomorrow. Okay. Now, on that note, though, we will be back with you tomorrow. Everybody in the comments, happy Monday, Big 12 Bobby, one of my favorite people. Okay. We'll talk with you soon. TTFN, ta-ta for now.